Hey guys, welcome to episode 10. I'm not going to record the majority of the replay portion I mentioned last episode, but I do want to show the parts that we didn't do last time. So this is us turning in the quest to the Kennel Master.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Is this the flower you're looking for?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Yeah, give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
What will happen to him now?
Let's give him a day or two to recover. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Alright, sounds good. So that's all you have to do before the battle. So I'm going to go through and do the Tower of Ashal again, and when I come back, we will have a dog in our party. See you then. And there he is. This is right after you talk to Flemeth and leave out for Lothering. If you save the dog. Hey there, boy. Uh-oh. He's running from some darkspawn. Alright. If I can get there quickly, I'd be able to use Cone Code. I didn't get as many as I wanted. Don't think you can shatter a Hurlock Alpha, but we could use Stone Fist. Shatter that guy. Ta-da! Alright, we are surrounded. Where's her shockwave thing? Mind Blast. That stuns them. That's good. That's right. No quarter. Nickels, no dimes, no pennies either. I am out of health. There we go. Success! Good job, boy. He wags his tail happily and pants. He wags his pants? What? No. I think this is the Mabari I helped cure back at Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. Yay. Happy bark. And we can enter a name for the dog. So I'm going to name him the same thing I did in my very first Let's Play, because I figure it's appropriate, and I don't think as many people as I thought would name him this named him this, but in honor of our fallen Warden Commander, we're going to name him Duncan. And we have a codex entry about our loyal Mabari Hound. And some more XP too from killing these extra darkspawn. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing this quest.
I shall do it.
Because you get a whole new companion who's pretty awesome. And let's face it, he's
As you say.
nicer to be around than Morgan and more intelligent than Alistair, so can't beat that. And then we'll head forward into the path and finish our journey to Lothering. So we have to deal with those bandits again, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back one more time. Alright, and now here we are with episode 10 proper. We're just about back where we left off, except now we have Duncan with us. Yay, Duncan. Alright. Let's grab some elf fruit and see what these refugees are up to, shall we?
I hear you drove off those bandits.
So let's talk about your
hope they
mother
don't come
for a
back.
moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
As you say.
Nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you,
Oh,
perhaps,
full
you
inventory.
would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
Let's find some
You know
merchants
what's
then.
more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Can I ask a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense.
Who's in charge here?
The band has marched north with Tern Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
So a ban is like a, I think it's based on another Old English nobility rank.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I
What's
wish.
this?
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Sounds like prowl gouging to me. You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
100 silvers, isn't that 1 gold? I guess 1 gold doesn't sound as good as 100 silvers. So, you can not get involved. You can yell at the priest. Or, if you have enough persuade, you can use one of these 2 options. Let's use this one. I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
I mean, we're not going to go out of our way to find people's problems, but we do need to talk to this merchant, so...
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am, actually.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Why wouldn't you want me to buy everything up, though, if I'm buying it full price? So he has a decent amount of stuff, some recipes. Could be useful, but we have magics. We don't need, like, bombs or venom or anything. Good amount of ingredients. Some nice weapons with upgrade slots. And armor, if you're the type that uses them. Some wine. I don't know if I want to buy that or not. I'm probably going to buy that while I can. Oh, can't. Because inventory is full. Alright, I probably should go to the camp soon so I can dump all my stuff in. I think there's a chest there you get that you can dump all your stuff into. Alright, let's upgrade my crew real quick. Or not crew, my party. Armor. I could use some gloves maybe, but I don't have any cloth gloves. I could use a hood, but is this the funny looking hood? It is. I'm not going to use that because there's no hood toggle, unfortunately. 5.5% if I wear these. It goes up to 6.5. That's not too bad for an extra. Not a lot of armor either, though. So that's defense. What is armor? I guess armor is a different stat. Maybe defense is like chance to dodge and... Yeah, chance to dodge. Okay, so that's armor. I see. So wait a minute, when I turn this off... Aha! So I was just missing that the entire time. Although maybe... No, it does show armor. I'm just dumb, I guess. Hopefully it rounds up. Alright, so we'll wear these for now. They don't actually display, though. That's kind of weird. And we'll use this ability to get my armor up. I'm actually going to have Morrigan turn on her frost spell, though.
Very well.
That way she can use some of her mana, and I don't have to use all of mine. Weapons, I only use stabs. That doesn't really help me any. Trinkets, I do want the Warden's Oath, which I forgot to equip this time. I could use, let's see. I mean, all this stuff is okay, I guess. Let's give him this amulet, and iron rings I guess you just sell because they're not really good for anything else. And we'll give Morrigan the +1 willpower thing. I'm sure he has one. Aha! Wildstone Clasp. So that's Morrigan's ring. She's a mage like me, so she can't really use much of anything. Right now she has Morrigan's robes, which are actually pretty good. You can give her these. She actually wears them, which is kind of cool. But +1 willpower, +1 magic, versus +2 magic and 10% cold damage, which she actually uses a little bit. I'm gonna go with that. Can I give her the funny hat? She looks so weird. Alright, no funny hats. And I don't want a shield. Alright. I guess I could give her a belt too. I still want to use these 2 belts yet because they're way too good for this point in the game. And then lastly, oh, you can give him a dog collar and a muzzle, I guess. Not sure what the other thing is, but that's pretty cool. Alright, and for Alistair, we can give him a helmet. Might as well protect his head. Is his shield better? Not really. I'm not sure any of this is better than what he has. This is the exact same thing, pretty much. Tier 2 just looks different. Yeah. Alright. That's enough. Let's just sell the rest.
Don't suppose you're looking to... Alright.
Alright, weapons we can sell. We don't need an axe. Because nobody uses axes, nobody uses daggers. Nobody really uses great swords. This one must be from DLC, the Reaper's Cudgel. It sells for a lot. I'm probably not going to sell it though, just because it's kind of OP. I'm probably not going to use it either, unless I find somebody who uses a mace. And even then I'm not going to do it until the end of the game. Arrows, I guess we can keep, just in case we meet somebody who uses bolts. Let's sell the rest of the armor though. I'm going to keep these just in case they're unique. Potions. I don't know how many of these. I think the fluorospar and quartz and all are only useful for selling. So it would be really nice if there was a sell junk button, where you could sell things that don't have any use except selling them. But okay. Either way, I think we've gotten rid of pretty much everything we want to. We're down to half capacity, so That's not too bad. Alright, so let's go grab those other two chests before we forget. And then we'll make our way further into town and talk to the head of the Templars, Sir somebody. Or, Mother somebody else. I'm bad with names, okay? Alright, got a short bow and elf fruit.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Well, it's safe for now, but I'd keep moving north if I were you guys. The Blight's not going to be far. Alright, lots of stuff around. A chest that we cannot open. Another dog. Can't click on him though.
The Chanters are still operating their board.
Oh, that's like the bounty
Now
board.
that's dedication.
I'm cold. I don't
I shall do it.
like this.
Who are you?
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who's your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Oh, poor kid. Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Maybe he's okay then. Unless they come with me.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
So I can send him to the Chantry. I can also give him some silver. I'm gonna send him to the Chantry. I think they would know best how to take care of him.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice man, kind of like Father. I should go look for Mother now.
Good luck. We'll keep an eye out and see if we might meet his mother. Robbed.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
Oh, an elven family. What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
So you can't really give them anything, it looks like, but you can say that you met those bandits and drove them off.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Seem like good folk. The elves are kind of just like smaller stature humans with pointy ears. They're not super different. Another gift, it looks like. Some rubble. More quartz to sell. Alright. Let's go to the Chantry's board.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings. Smile back.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
In other words, thank God the child doesn't think this is getting annoying. Alright, so... It's like a vow of silence then. You can't talk normally?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Golden City, not White City. I'm calling it the White City. So you can taunt him. But I'm just going to ask him about the board.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
In other words, look for yourself. Alright,
It is
let's
begun.
see what he has. Bandits everywhere. Alright, there are 3 bandit groups in the Northern Wood. So, 3 sovereigns. Huh. Alright, we'll accept that. Put our stamp on it. We got a new quest. So that's cool. We can take care of those bandits when we leave the city.
legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There, one of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Why don't you keep your voice down?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent. Please stop. Somebody shut his mouth.
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us.
Don't be a fool. Darkspawn can be defeated.
No, I have seen them. You cannot run. You cannot fight.
He is really annoying. Standing around and shouting won't save you.
There is nothing to do. No hope is left.
So you can fight him, you can leave him alone. I think you underestimate our resources, such as magic.
Are you calling me a coward?
So you can intimidate him or persuade him. Let's persuade him. I'm calling you an idiot. Listen to yourself for a moment.
I have shamed my ancestors. But the blackness will come.
Well, that was easy.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
You could say that's right. You could say get out of here. You could say maybe, maybe not. I couldn't care less. Or we're going to go with there's always hope. Muster your courage.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to dinner him.
Why can't you fight? You look able-bodied. Grab a sword.
Your king is dead.
Defend your families and home.
No hope.
I thought we shut him up.
Maybe with that blasted chastened gone, my headache will go as well.
Oh, he was one of the chastened, I guess. Found a shield. Sir Marin.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
You're closed?
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Who's in charge of this Chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Isn't that you? Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
Any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else. Make her watch over you.
No, he's Sir Marin. So where is Sir Bryant? Is he in here? So I guess each Chantry has a revered mother. I'm not really sure how the hierarchy of the church works. Actually, there might be a codex in here.
Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Here
We
it
are the
is.
only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. Yes? Who might you be?
I am the Grey Warden Aravail.
I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tairn Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
What do you mean?
Tairn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
Well said. So it seems like we should go visit Earl Eamon next, even though you don't have to. You could do the quest in any order. But we very well might go to Redcliffe after this, since that sounds like the best course of action. What's wrong with the Jarl?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donal, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
That's it.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
So that's the first we hear of the Urn of Sacred Ashes and the sickness of Earl Eamon. Andraste is there, the prophet I mentioned a while ago, the wife of, or the bride of the Maker. And she's basically like their Jesus figure. And apparently her ashes were hidden in an urn somewhere in Ferelden, so the legend says. And it also says they can cure any illness. So kind of like the Lost Ark, I guess, in a sense.
And when the Maker spoke,
You ever
chant
wonder
of light
if that's an
scattered in the
accurate likeness
darkness.
of Andraste?
Word dispelled,
Maybe she was
fear and
ugly.
ignorance.
Maybe she had buck teeth. How will we know?
Here's a book. Adventures of the Black Fox.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
There's a chest. Probably shouldn't steal from the Chantry, though.
City in heaven, and then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humbled. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness.
I like this place. It actually reminds me of like what a medieval church would kind of be like, with the stained glass and the stone construction.
Fear and ignorance.
Anything here? A cabinet. Locked. Some books. The Imperial Chantry. So that's right, the Tevinter Imperium have their own chantry. Anything else I can get? There's another book over there.
Let him hear our righteous dedication
Somewhere.
and enduring perseverance.
And then shall the Maker return.
There it is. The First Blight. I guess I'll read a little about that. That seems interesting. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, the magisters of the Tevinter Imperium dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is not what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to... Oh, this is what the Chantry refers to as the second sin. So that's interesting. The Maker actually left this world, or left the Fade, even before they attacked his city. I didn't remember that. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walk to the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness, the very first of the Darkspawn. And the Golden City became the Black City. I was hoping there would be more of the actual First Blight, like in Ferelden, with the Archdemon and all, but okay.
Only the word
Let's talk to the revered mother, and then we'll be moving on.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
What tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
If you're feeling super generous, you can offer 5 sovereigns, but I don't think I even have that much, so I'm gonna go with 30 silver.
Thank you, my son. What can I do for you then?
That should go to help the people of this village. I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but it's Loghain who betrayed the king.
Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
Alright.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
So that didn't really help us with anything. One thing that's interesting too... Oh, let's talk to this guy first. Then I'll get into that.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tairn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the urn of sacred ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Tell me more about this urn.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Perhaps I could help you?
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Who is Sir Henrik?
My fellow knight and traveling companion. He is delayed, though.
Ah, that's the Templar I found on the road. Your friend is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I drove off the bandits that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Alright.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Well, I wish him luck on his quest, but it does seem like a fool's errand. Yeah, as I was saying, one thing that's interesting is that if you listen closely to some of the dialogue as you go through the Ostagar quest, it seems like maybe Loghain planned the whole thing, and it wasn't just him taking advantage of circumstance. Maybe it was part of a dastardly plot. Because if you notice, they say his men are in the tower trying to deal with the tunnels, yet the guy who's guarding said he never noticed any tunnels, so it's quite possible that Loghain sent his men in there to dig a tunnel under the tower so that the Darkspawn could get in, and thus they would kill whatever men he left there to stop the beacon, or to light the beacon. So then he could simply claim, well, the beacon never lit, that's why I never went to help him, and he wouldn't have any blood on his hands. But because me and Alistair did light the beacon, and we saw him turn away, and so did his men, that kind of screwed up his plan a little bit. But not to a huge degree, because in this day and age, information travels slowly, and yeah, people are inclined to believe a war hero, take his word for things, and not believe me, some unknown Great Warden who says he killed the king. Alright, so that's the first little bit of Lothering. I think that's probably good enough for one episode. When we come back, we'll explore the other half.
Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Yeah, I like these little ambient conversations, especially because since there are 3 companions at a time, and you only need any 2 to trigger one of the conversations, then it makes it a lot more likely for you to actually see most of them. Whereas in KOTOR, even though there were a few of those, you were very unlikely to see them just because there were so many possible combinations and you can only have one with you at a time. Anyway, that's the episode. Thanks for watching. See you guys in a few.